Scoreboards in place. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Alright, in the bottom left side, we do have a blue Protoss player fighting for the Taiwanese region. And, of course, Alpha X as well. He's the best of his country. He is. Nice. Top right side, we have a red Terran player. I believe he's fighting for the Dragon Phoenix Gamers. We know he's Korean. We all know he's Korean. He's one of the best. Here he is. He is Cure. It's funny how you don't really have to say when a player is Korean. Everybody kind of already figured it out. Everybody already knows, right? Nice. Sometimes it's still a question for some people, I feel like, but it's funny how everybody just knows, alright, yeah, that person is Korean. Well, nice. To be fair, sometimes I'm pretty sure in the past I've probably confused Nice with a Korean as well. Just thought that he was Korean because he's so good at StarCraft, right? Just assumed, oh, well, he must be Korean. But no. Not the case. Not how it works. It's not why he's born, so that's not how it works. Unless if he got adopted to Korea, that would have done something, but then again, that's a weird thing to say. Alright, these two players, we have a Nexus coming up for Nice, as we are seeing this SUV coming across the field, ready to check it out, making sure that nothing too crazy, too ludicrous is happening here. On the blue side of the field, as Nice, you know what, he's sticking to his own side, but it looks like he doesn't have too much to worry about, right? Factory barracks, looks like a standard 1-1-1 build here with the expo behind the barracks right there from Cure. So fairly, you know, economic opening from both these players. Even gonna make sure that he's safe with a bunker here. Seeing that it was a cybercore before the Nexus, I believe. And on the other side, the factory now finishing up. Let's see what it goes for. Will be the starport right next to it. Isn't flying the factory over to the reactor or anything. That's kind of expecting either a Hellion or a Widow Mine. Will be the Widow Mine this time around. Setting up shop on that backside near the mineral line. To be fair, it's not going to walk into any Stargate play here, so unless if a War Prism just happens to kind of walk over there. I doubt that it will though, right? Timing there probably not going to work out too much. That Widow Mine, I imagine it's going to be picked up into a medevac. Trying to get across the map here before the War Prism arrives. With a couple of DTs. That's right. DT. DT shenaniganry. Oh dear. DT shenaniganry. Luckily, we don't have a co-caster here ready to show me the door. So we'll just continue onwards. Yeah, there we go. 3 Widow Mines, it looks like, will be partaking in this little drop. Just a little waiting game now for both these harassment devices to be coming across the map. And, well, with a little bit of, I don't know if it's going to be luck or, well, unfortunate for one of these, but they do spot one another. I think that's going to be in the benefits of Nice here, although it looks like you're already picking up on that. This could very well be DT harassment, so is looking out for that one. Already building a Raven. With the mines now, the one in the natural not yet been spotted. Does get a couple of probes there. I believe that was 2 probes in the natural and 2 probes in the main base. Now the DTs are going to town on the SCVs as well across the map. There's 3 of them after all. Now Raven really needs to hurry up here. We'd love to have that no scan available for the time being. Of course, that War Prism still just slowly hovering across this area here as well, ready to pick up the DTs when he needs to. There is the Raven, and there's the pickup. 13. Oh my. Widowmines came back around. Apparently they were a little bit more successful this time around. I was about to say, alright, well, there we go. Nice, being able to get 13 kills after just losing about, what was it, 4 workers? Well, that dream going out of the window quite quickly here. Looks like Nice was a bit too preoccupied with his own DTs as well as I was looking at those DTs. Alright, this is an interesting little thing here. Archon drop on top of the SCVs, trying to have the siege tank soften them up as he tries to target them all down. 7 more probes are dying. How are they still dying? These are still the initial 3 Widowmines that are doing an absolute hellish amount of damage onto these probes. Now we have a Viking here together with the Raven. That might very well be the end of that War Prism. Just barely manages to escape there. Finally that medevac here. No, it gets away again. Oh, nice. Oh, that is not that fantastic. Not that great. Nice. That is already, it dealt already so much damage. Right, how many? 24 kills. 24 probe kills. It's coming back for round number 5, number 4. I don't even know. I lost the count. All right, let's see. I'm not going to miss the probe kills this time around, guys. I will see. That's good. That's going to be a big one. 6 more, just like that. Nice on the other side, trying to, well, get his way through the front door. It's not really an easy task. These siege tanks right here, 2 of them already set up to deal with any attempt to breach the front door. The back door maybe a bit exposed here for a War Prism assault. But then again, we have another new siege tank just finished up. We have the Raven there as well with the Viking. Very difficult for these Archons to stay alive now, especially with that interference matrix, of course. Recall does take place. Only manages to save 1 of them. And the medevac still kicking. Somehow, some way, it's still here. Magic medevac. Interesting. Uh-oh. Okay, only 2. Only 2. That could have been worse, right? Looks like the High Templar also managing to get their way back to safety. Back from their little stroll across the neighborhood block. And that's then when they realized, wait a moment, we're probably not that strong without Storm specifically and without any other units there to defend us. So they do head back. Maybe they were there trying to have the Raven chase the War Prism or something like that. Maybe that was the plan, and then he could interference, or not interference, feed back the Raven. I don't know. Or maybe he was just waiting to see whether or not he could bring in another Archon there. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what truly went on in somebody else's mind. I'm sure we've all tried many a times, and more often we fail and we succeed. For probes here with a little Viking harassment, not too shabby. Viking wasn't doing that much, and well, with that overall, I mean, it's been a while since I've not really pointed it out at all, but I mean, Cure here, 54 workers versus 53 of Nice. That is a abysmal difference right there for the Protoss player. Especially because the 3rd base for Cure already making itself into an orbital will be ready to... and I'm missing a lot of these drops, ain't I? A little bit of Stormdropper coming in as well. Alright, does get 7. I mean, it's still a brutal difference right there in favor for Cure. 3rd base ready to fly across. There's a Viking and a medevac right here. The medevac does seem to be held in place. Where we have the War Prism over here. Kind of safe. Yeah, there we go. It does manage to skedaddle, recall. Get himself to safety. But yeah, this is going to be a rough battle here for Nice, right? It's going to be hard to see him really take this one. Unless if we have Cure massing up in some way. And knowing that it's Cure, it's not quite something to be expected, right? Cure messing up. It's not the most likely scenario. Well, these EMPs, let's see if they manage to hit those storms. Storms with the War Prism actually do manage to land. We managed to land quite heavily. And now, I'm not sure if Cure still wants to push out here. Losing a couple of probes as well. Is that War Prism, of course, still, or the medevac still kicking? Still being a nuisance. One zealot being sacrificed for the greater good of intel on his opponent. Coming back in again. Great EMP this time. That could be the end of Nice. Just that on its own. He still has those High Templar, of course, on the top side, but that's a Raven in its trajectory towards the army of Cure. Will be very difficult to make that work. Cure should be aware of this War Prism as well. He's been hurt by it before. So it should not manage to do the same amount of damage this time around. Although, you know what? The other turrets have been set off. The War Prism coming in a little bit late here. The Ghosts are just waiting for it. They know where it's coming from. There we go. That's the Storms, but it feels a little bit too late, perhaps. Just get the cleanup on the siege tanks, though. So he is still alive, but he really needed a clean victory right there, because here is the next army coming in for Cure already. He's had such an enormous economy that that's just a very rough time for Nice here, trying to catch up. More Widow Mines doing more damage. The 3 medevacs here still looming on the side of that third base of Nice. Looks like that will be the next target for Nice here to try and take care of. Widow Mines are going to reset soon. We will have more probe damage most likely occurring here. Take a look. There we go. And over here, still recharging. Well, he does manage to get rid of that army. There's still a secondary army here that is almost twice the size in supply of that of Nice. So, I mean, that should still be okay. I mean, these Widow Mines are just endlessly going off right now. Nice not really dealing with it here. Might indicate him ready to just go in for one big final Hail Mary. Trying his best with one final frontal push. Trying to just squeeze out every single mineral that he still can before the end. Here we go. Okay, EMP's trying to land on those, on the War Prism. It was tweaking around a little bit. Those storms, yeah, that is just not enough. GG is called. Ah, this is pretty cool. We have a triple barracks opening from Cure. Always like these very aggressive kind of openings that could lead into a very quick third CC as well. Who needs tech when you have the best tier 1 units in the game? At least the best scaling units. The best scaling tier 1 units in the game, I would say. Try to be you know, keep everyone friendly with me here. Reaper does come into the base. We'll be able to spot the Robo, and there we go, the Twilight Council as well. I mean, at that point, you are already expecting the Blink upgrade, of course. That, to be fair, we do have a Nice as his opponent, so maybe he might be thinking, you know, it could be something else, could be something crazy. Overall, we have seen Protoss players do it before. But yeah, Nice here, playing the pretty standard macro game. Ooh, Adept not quite ready for that amount of Marines. Did not anticipate that hefty a number. Those Gads shot down quite quickly. That's actually quite a problem for Nice, right? He needs to have that adept there in order to figure out what the Terran is up to. He's going to have a observer pretty soon, but yeah, I guess he didn't move. He didn't miss any move outs or anything like that, so. But still, right? It's nice to be able to keep tabs on your opponent, know what he's doing, always be ready for it when it does come across, right? There we go. That's the important bit. You start making shield batteries right here. Nice. Very well done, by the way. Something to point out, we haven't had a third base of Cure here, so this is quite an aggressive play coming out of him right here. He didn't just sacrifice his tech, he also sacrificed some of his economy to really establish a big ball of Marauders and Marines here. Let's see if it will be enough. The Stalker's off nice, trying to pick off any type of Marauder that they can get their hands on. Losing a Stalker in the process, not a great trade there overall, but coming out on top. Still seeing more and more units spilling on through here as well. Stalkers will try their best to keep this trading going. As long as they have Blink, right, they can try to make these moves happen. Fortunately, there for Nice, we do have him Blink away. A little bit too late, losing another Stalker there. And that does add up, right? 2 less Stalkers here. That's only, what? How many Stalkers is this? It's 6, right? So 2 more, that would make 8. That is an increase of, what, 33%? That's a lot of extra firepower you're gaining there. Luckily, he still has that Immortal behind him as well. He's gonna lose his first pylon here, but that's fine, right? Not starting up a Nexus just quite yet. Wants to try and get himself out of here. I don't think Cure's really gonna beat Nice here, but it's gonna buy him an opportunity to establish his own third base and gain the upper hand that way. He might be able to trade out all right here as well. That's a good thing indeed. Going for the Cybercore. The Cybercore actually being targeted by the shield battery overcharge, but not enough to out-heal the amount of damage coming in there. Cure will be able to take it out. A couple of moments here without any Stalkers or Adepts or Sentries, of course, that can be warped in. No charge yet either, so nice opportunity here, perhaps, for Cure. See if he turns around to try and take a fight here, now that he does have the Medivacs to heal him up. Still a bit too much Brodals, isn't there? Especially with those sentries, very difficult to run into that type of force and be okay, right? Not just lose. Disruptor attack coming out for Nice as well, as we have Cure looking for the, well, even more barracks, plus 1 armor here for the infantry. Does he already have them? Yeah, okay. Already has the weapons upgrade. It's like, well, this is interesting. But yeah, just started that quite early, seeing how much he's investing into the bio ball here. That makes a lot of sense. Nice. Does he already have a disruptor? Yes, he does. That's a big deal. That could save him here, right? That could absolutely make him win this game quite easily. But then again, if the disruptor misses, that is a scary moment here. 1 disruptor does get targeted down quite quickly. Another disruptor comes in. But Nice is doing a really good job with his force fields and then the Blink micro as well. He's whittling down his Terran army quite nicely. And yeah, he's going to hold on to his third base. He is losing some probes here by the hand of a couple of Vikings. Apparently 7 probe kills right there. A couple of Stalkers being warped in, but the Vikings surprisingly strong against Stalker as well. So making use of the shield battery there. Smart choice by Nice. Slight oversaturation here in the basis of Cure. Might want to look into grabbing a 4th base pretty soon. I think... Oh, no, that's not an SCV. Sending a lot across the map. Oh, my God. Well. 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 Hold up. Was it the disruptor? Hold up. Hold up. What? Yeah, alright. 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 2 points have gone against him so far. The Blue Protoss really trying to, you know what, take a victory here, but not quite sure how he's supposed to achieve it. Been trying out two different tactics so far. The DT opening already kind of felt like something, you know, maybe a bit cheeky, a bit cheesy, hoping to get a sneaky victory in there right off the bat. Didn't work out. The Blink Stalk was more of the regular opening, not working out for him either. Let's see what he does this time. Alpha Axis. Nice. On the other side, we have a aggressive Terran for today. It's been opening up with the Widow Mines and the triple barracks going off of the 2 base for a very big push. Both of those strategies working out for him so far. Dragon Phoenix Gamers. Cure. My mouse movement isn't that sharp. What's going on? Cure plays Arena later in the next tournament. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's why he had to go early. That's why we're starting this earlier as well than we were originally planning. Well, yeah, that should be good. It might be a more difficult match. No offense to Nice, but, you know, he's not the best Zerg in the world. Is Raiden now just officially the best Zerg in the world? Are we... Is that now a conclusive thing that nobody debates about anymore? Maybe Artosis. Maybe Artosis, you know, because he does like himself some Korean Zergs, Rogue, Dark. To be fair, they are very fun anyway. What were the first 2 maps, please? We started off on 2000 Atmospheres. And then the second map was Romanticide. I can tell you the spawn locations as well if I dig deep. Let me see. If I dig real deep. Alright, so Romanticide we had Nice on the bottom and Cure on the top left, right? And 2000 Atmospheres, I believe we had what was it? Yeah. It was also Nice on the bottom and Cure on the top. So there you go. Anything else? Anything else we can say? It was shoddy observant ship as well. We missed a lot of Widow Mine drops. You could put that in as well on the Team Liquid page if you want. Alright, what were we opening up with? We got some Stargate this time from Nice. Jumps in with a hallucinated Phoenix first. Like that. It's gonna explode, make him think, aha, so it's not really Phoenix. And then it's gonna be Phoenix. That's the plan. Oh, don't show it to the SCV. Alright, nice. Yeah, Cure shouldn't... Does he know? Does he know? He doesn't really know. He doesn't really know anything, does he? He is in the dark. And he's coming out here with a reasonable force. Let's see. We got 2 Phoenix, a Sentry, a Stalker, an Adept. An Adept that is on the other side of the map, to be fair. So he knows something's missing here. We do have... how many shield batteries? 3 shield batteries. Almost a third finished up here. The other one's already kicking. It's a very far-placed siege tank, isn't it? Oh, careful. Yeah, it doesn't even hit the shield batteries right here. Needs to get that a little bit closer. Maybe on the right side here. Oh, no, not with the Phoenix, right? That would be suicidal. No, don't mind me. Don't do that, Cure. Jeez. Man, he almost listened to me as well. That could have killed him. I almost killed Cure. Right, Phoenixes are leaving this area, though. He's trying to get himself out of there. Well, this is where it would be nice to have some phoenixes to try and get the, you know, the vision away of the medevac. But oh boy, it's not horrendous damage, right? It's just losing some infrastructure here. Is it annoying? Yeah, it is. Oh no, is that a second phoenix he loses like this? Sorry guys, I'm sorry guys. That is very rough. That is not supposed to happen. Like one phoenix, okay, sure, you miss rally, but then, you know, that's gotta be fixed the next time around. It just has to be, right? Even the first one is already like, oh. Alright, so game number 4 coming up here, most likely. I would imagine. Yeah, this is snowballed so hard, guys. I mean, no, people don't like it when I eat while I cast, but this I feel like this is a good opportunity to do so, because this is, oof. I mean, if he does manage to hold off somehow, some way, he's doing it actually, right? He's moving back. Okay, nice. Nice. Don't lose more Phoenix, please. Please. There we go. Alright, intercepting a Cyclone. There we are. The forgotten Cyclone that was left behind as a tool of like a Trojan horse. Was hoping Nice would think it was a gift from the gods and take it into his own base, where once inside would unleash a big flood of rockets and missiles onto the probe line and open up the gates from the inside, but none of that fortunately happening here. Yeah, the Phoenix are definitely struggling to obtain any value here. They have found some straggling units, right? That is pretty good. Now finally finding his way onto the SCV line. There's no missile turrets in the base of Cure at all, and it does feel that those Phoenix should be taking more of an advantage in that area. Now we have those missile turrets being constructed. Vikings coming up as well, so it's going to be more and more difficult for these Phoenix really to get their job going. Fleet Beacon is the next step here for Nice though. And to be fair, he got himself in an alright economic situation, right? As long as he doesn't take damage from this push, which doesn't seem like it's likely, seeing how Cure's just, you know, stocked up over here, not really doing that much. He just, you know, there's no way he's really gonna pressure this front further onwards, unless if this all joins in as well, which is going to happen, so maybe I'll be eating my words here pretty soon. No, the Phoenix again striking true here. Finally, those Phoenix are starting to pay for themselves quite nicely. Wait, what? Wait, what? Tempest? Okay. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Don't see those every day. Tempest. Alright, well, I mean, Cure is trying to siege up over here, right? He's doing a very slow hold, so, I mean, Tempest, theoretically, they should work very well against this. Though at the same time, practically, I've never really seen Tempest do too much, right? Just usually a little bit underwhelming. Needs to get a couple more. I'm a bit surprised he showed the Tempest already. I feel a bit threatened by the siege tank line now growing in size and encroaching on this position as well. There we go. He's picking away at it. See what the response for Cure is. Back in his own base. He's making a starport. Will try to ramp up his own Viking production here, most likely. Wonder what else you could make against this. Maybe Thor's. Maybe, I mean, Ghosts never are a bad thing, right? You should always have Ghost against Brodels. There's never a reason not to have Ghost. So I think that would be a logical next step. Maybe Kure just wants to grab himself a 4th base as well. And kind of get himself out of this area. But then again, thinking about that, if he does move from this area, that means that Nice is just going to take this offensive front to the 3rd base of Kure. Ooh, there we go. Good shot. Takes, starting to one-shot the Vikings now, and that's a big deal. That means one misstep of Kure here, and he will start taking some serious damage. Not something he can just repair away. SCV is trying to keep everything alive over here. So Tempest making use of their, what was that? Scan? Just a scan? For a moment, I don't know, I was... anyway, let's continue onwards. A couple of Mariners jumping on that base right now. The army of Nice taking a moment to respond to this. A lot of probes going down. That's a big strike to the economy of Nice here. There's a massive boon for Kure. Nice couldn't quite manage to get those probes into a safe area. It's a rough thing to run away from after all, those stimmed Marines. To be fair, Kure doesn't have a 4th base himself. Is starting to incorporate Ghost though in his army setup now as well. Where Nice trying to rid himself of this Terran army on his front door. Drop into the main base. A couple of Colossi there could try to walk up that cliff edge. Surprised that the drops are still working, right? With this amount of Phoenix and this amount of Tempest. They're all in one spot, so... Even gets a Tempest in the main base over here. A good catch for Kure. But now the Phoenixes are here, and, well, the Marines trying to just do as much as possible now. Should not bring your entire army across, though. Nice, that is not the way you should do it. No, mate. No, what is happening here? Oh, no, Nice. He's going to lose 2 Colossi to a couple of Marines. Has 2 Colossi going to a couple of Marines. Oh, he's still losing probes. He's still losing probes. Oh, that is so... Oh, Nice is not having a good day. Nice is not having a good day. This is so unlike him. Maybe it's just Kure. Maybe he's just panicking because he's playing up against Kure, but this is... He's doing alright with his army. His army is gaining value, right? So let's see the units lost tab. Not as good as I thought it was. Again, not as good as I thought it was. But then again, we do have Mr. Nice with a lot of advantages in the income here. So maybe that slowly will tip the balance in his favor. It's Nice done any one-base proxy stargates in the first 2 games? No, he hasn't. He has not, unfortunately. We are starting to transition into carriers here now. We'll start to add that bit of extra beef to the Protoss forces. As Kure is setting up shop with some more starports of his own. 6 Vikings at a time should be able to be produced. Not bad, not too bad indeed. I think I like overall Nice's position a bit better here. I think he's going to have to be careful of the ghosts, but other than that, like, the Tempest though, he might want to slowly try to trade out Tempest and start replacing them with carriers, right? That's what I feel like. The Tempest is just such a weird unit. You don't really want to take the big fights with it. You just kind of want to trade slowly, methodically, and over time. And it's sometimes very difficult to force your opponent into that type of playstyle where you're actually allowed to slowly poke away at your opponent from a distance. Especially somebody being as aggressive as Cure. Though that is also allowing Nice to pick up some forces here and there away from the army. Talking about a couple of pieces of units away from the army. Nice there. Losing a couple of Colossi, a Disruptor, and maybe even a Tempest or two. It's been an add-on supply for quite a while now, which is why I was thinking Nice might be able to take this pretty soon. But Cure's doing a fantastic job at keeping Nice busy on his own side of the map, while Cure is gathering up, gobbling all those minerals and gas geysers, grabbing them for himself. While that Viking number is growing, actually he kind of stopped producing Vikings actually. At least right now, he's not building any. He does have the supply, and well, I guess he's a little bit short on the gas. Yeah, prioritizing the Marauders right now. Wondering what that is for. Maybe he's a little bit scared of a ground switch coming in from Nice here at any point in time. I'm not sure. Alright, looks like he's stopped making as many Marauders here. The Blue Armada. And the Lone Carrier. A carrier who cried wolf. But this one only does it when there's an actual wolf. Oh, the rest of the army does come in. Not in time to save the carrier, but will be in time to save the 4th base. Maybe not the 5th base. Okay, yeah, it does manage to save the 5th one as well. An angry factory coming in on the 3rd base of Nice. I would love to see this land and start making Widow Mines, but you know what? Can't have it all, can we? Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Nice bit out of position here, this base. Bit exposed. Could have made do with a Zealot or something over here on the ramp area to make sure that he will have the response time needed to move his army there in order to protect the base. Does get forcefully cancelled. Strike Force 1 on the right side right now. Dealing quite a bit of damage on the static defenses available for Nice. It's Nice. He is going to have to find a way to correctly split up his forces. Seems like he is managing alright, but then again he's sending everything again to this right side here as we have Cure gathering up another attack on the left front. Almost that front and flank at the same time. It would be a flaunt. A flaunt, that is... it sounds like it should be a word, right? The flaunt. Flauntering over on the left side here. Cure comes in. He needs to get himself probably out of there. Getting a couple of Archons. Those are expensive units. Grabbing up whichever probe he can, but those carriers coming in right now. Oh, the probe's here a little bit too soon. Oh, lovely. Mothership takes care of her babies, lets them hide under her skirts. Or dress, or however it goes. There might be a Dutch saying that sounds quite weird for people from any different area of the world. We're not quite sure. We have through the middle. Nice looking to break Cure. I think this is his best shot right now. Just being smart about it as well. Will initiate a base trade-like scenario. Probably wants to find a way into the main or just a way to shut down all of the mining immediately. He's going to go for the mining, and it looks like Cure is going to have his own production facilities in shambles here. Pretty dogged on soon. Another Nexus will fall, but this army of Knights a lot more active with its damage. I say active, it just does more damage, and it's a little bit more mobile as well because of the carriers. We'll be able to just kind of float her over all those things. Although, to be fair, we have medevacs here. Yes, yeah, that's not really a true statement, but... Alright, I think, I mean, alright, let's look at some important stuff here. We have all the probes of Knights. This is absolutely every single one of them. Are over here, and he does still have a mining base. Cure, on the other hand, he has 2 mining bases, going up to 3, right? Unless that's, oh, that's a planetary fortress. All right, that is gonna hopefully safeguard that area, but he doesn't have any production, so he is stuck on 80 army supply here, with Knights already knocking on his front door. I'm not entirely certain what Cure can do in this situation. I would love to be perplexed and amazed with some sort of amazing, brilliant move, but that's going to have to be one hell of a move indeed. As Nice here with 150 army supply strong carriers, Tempest, still some disruptors underneath with a Colossus as well. Mothership core, quite a nuisance also. Luckily for Q, he has some Ghost available, so should be able to perform a EMP on those cloaked units, but still. Alright, one more battle here perhaps. Nice, not wanting to fight all of those missile turrets together with the last remaining remnants of Cure's army. Is Cure... Okay, Cure's reshaping up in the main base. That's why he's planting down those barracks. His base a little bit less well protected. As Cure, you know what, realizes I'm taking more damage and need to deal more damage as well then. Otherwise this could be a lot of trouble, but that could just make the fight happen in the middle of the map. Nice, runs into his opponents. And there we have it. GG is called. Nice. I think that playstyle quite interesting from Nice. Starting off with the Tempest and then going into the carriers. Not something I've seen all that much. The ones that I have seen a little bit, well, with Tempest, right? Just games with Tempest. Never really impressed me that much, but the way that Nice did it, just kind of as a temporary shield, kind of in a way, against Cure. Right, okay, so now I have, let's look at it like this, right? Cure comes in with a force, with siege tanks, and he's building missile turrets, he's building up a big front. Nice makes those Tempest, and they do pretty well against that type of army composition, right? That static army composition that wants you to make the first move. Well, those Tempests allow you to make the first move without actually having to expose yourself to siege tank fire and such. Or a lot of Viking barrages, right? You can kind of dart along the edges and still get your value that way with the Tempest. And then afterwards, as Cure is dealing with some sort of a transition there where, you know, he has enough Vikings and such to one-shot the Tempest so he can start dealing with them. That's where Nice suddenly starts to expand upon his army and incorporates carriers. He gets himself more of the Archons as well as Disruptors, Colossi, still mixed in as well. And yeah, it's an interesting type of playstyle. I wonder what would have happened if we had Cure been able to do a bit more damage earlier on. There did feel like there was a slight bit of weakness in Nice's play in the earlier parts when we only had like one Tempest or something like that. But we'll see. Oh, Cure is planning to do this right now. Is with, once again, 3 barracks as an opening. Wouldn't be surprised if he just wants to avoid that carrier game right now. The carriers are in a pretty darn good spot, and a lot of Protoss are practicing with them. Utilizing them against a lot of late game army compositions right now. Alright. 3 probes. He gets a bit of a scout off as well. I mean, mineral lost-wise, not in his favor, but intel-wise, it kind of shows him what is happening here. And those 3 probes getting picked off as well. It's alright. It's pretty nice. Now, what else is nice? This Warp Prism right here, managing to squeeze its way past the Marines, just barely. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with that Warp Prism, and the stock is getting quite low here. As well as, of course, there is a big wave of Marines still ready to pounce as well here on that probe line. Stimpack not quite ready yet, but that's not going to deter them. Already right on top of these boys. More SCVs going down as all the probes in the world here on the other side as well have to evacuate the natural. A couple of adepts ready to try and do something here, but it's still not enough. Probes have to tank some of the damage here for those adepts, and that should be the end of Cure's harassment. On the other side, Nice still going strong with a Warp Prism and 4 Stalkers here. Looking like he might be able to really put the hurt on Cure. Trying to get into the bunker already on 1 HP though. Stalker Micro with the Warp Prism doing an alright job, but starting to lose a couple of those Stalkers right now. Still going back at it. I think this is just going to snowball, right? I mean, hats off for to Cure if he's going to try to pull this one off still, but I mean, he's taken so much damage. It's rough though, to be fair as well, right? It's rough for Cure to realize how much damage in comparison he has done to Nice. Right? He can't just look down over here and see, oh, I'm, what, 13 workers behind when I only have 18 workers? He would probably GG himself right now. Yeah. Yep. It's gonna happen anyway. We're still gonna snowball, even if these Stalkers would get picked off right now, right? That is just too much damage. I don't see Nice lose this at all. We opened up the series here a little bit with saying that Nice wasn't having a good day. Seems like he's warmed up now. Seems like he's warmed up right now. Is that a 3-gate blink? No, he doesn't even have Twilight Council, right? That is just the Warp Prism Micro that he's utilizing here. Very cool stuff. That's all he's doing, just Warp Prism Micro. There's no blink here for these Stalkers. 8 more SCVs just like that. I believe that was a Hellion. Yeah, that wheel over there, it shows that it was the Hellion. Alright, well. Interesting game. What do we do? What do we do here, guys? I mean, what am I supposed to make of this? There's 43 workers versus 11. Cure has 23 army supply. That is half HP because, well, it's been running around trying to chase Stalkers all day. He does have 2 command centers. That is true. There's some muling going on there. And on the other side, we have everything working in favor for Nice. That is going pretty smoothly. Smoothly as a smoothie. Yeah, so Cure, all he's doing now is building army units. It's, you know what, I'm gonna give it to him. This is a valiant attempt. All he did really was build army units. He's gonna bring some SCVs as well. Just one final big push attempting to break his opponent here. 2 Immortals, 3 Sentries and a Stalker. It's not much. But with those force fields, he might be able to pull it off. Let's see, shield battery as well, of course, is going to be a absolute boon to the defense here. Army supply for Nice, still a lot of it on the other side. Oh, a DT is just warped in. No scan available, and there you have it. Nice, GG. By the way, guys, there's this event coming up. I don't know. Well, I know there's a match going on as well, but there's this event coming up on Friday where it will have apparently Solar going up against TY and Bjorn at the same time. Bjorn and TY will be playing Archon mode and are gonna go up against Solar as a solo player. And I was just first time I saw that, I was like, wait, doesn't Solar get any advantage over here? Do TY and Bjorn have like less percentage on their units or something like that? Do they have a handicap? No, nothing. Nothing. Yeah, it's gonna happen though. So I was thinking, what if I just offer for Solar, right? If he wants to. I mean, I'm might be available that Friday, right? If he needs like an Archon partner, somebody that could just, you know, maybe just inject the queens or something like that. You know, nothing. No, I don't need to do much. I don't need to do much, right? Because it's Solar, but I could do something like that, so he just doesn't have to inject his queens. And then again, that might weaken the rest of his play. That just, you know, getting used to not injecting anymore. I don't know. Solar gonna get triple proxy rexed every game. maybe. That would be funny. A bit of a deja vu here for game number 1, by the way. We have the Widowmine drop from Cure and a DT opening from Nice. I'm not entirely certain. Did Cure see... Okay, he didn't see the Robo nor the Dark Shrine, but he did see the Twilight. So, yeah. Alright. Wow. Wow. The exact same. Guys. Oh. We have been here. This is some Final Destination stuff right here. This is crazy. This is absolutely mind-boggling crazy. Alright, well, this time around we do have missile turrets a lot quicker coming up here for Cure. Doesn't have the Raven just quite yet, but does have it in production. So getting rid of the tech lab here doesn't do too much. Widowmine drop not achieving much either here. There's only 2 Widowmines brought along this time around as well. Opting to spend a bit more money on the defensive side of things here. It looks like from both players. Widowmine not achieving any damage, nor do the DTs. Both players proving themselves quite worthy. Both of them warmed up since game number 1. Widowmine still here, just floating around. Alright. Ooh, gets another SCV right there. Won't be able to get the supply depot now with the Viking out especially. It will be very difficult for him to keep pushing that angle. Medevac once again gets spotted. Will not be getting any probe kills here. Oh, wait, spoke too soon. It's only 1 though, right? It's only 1. That's fine. A little War Prism, it will be able to escape the clutches of the Raven and the Viking. The Viking and the Raven tag team duo over here. Little Medevac looking for trouble as well with a single Widowmine companion inside. It's only 3 probes here, but they are nicely stacked up with one another. I'm not sure what they're doing. What's going on here? This is... What is he doing? What was that? What was that? Why was he moving his probes like that? What's happening? Did I dream that? What's going on there? Alright, well, anyway, Widowmine doesn't do anything. Widowmine, not quite enough. The probes were already anticipating it. Jumping back and forth. Maybe a bit preemptive interference matrix here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, is really gunning for that War Prism, but instead is going to lose the Raven now for his efforts. Stalkers miss-blinking there slightly. Trying to reposition here to get an all-right kind of area of shooting from those Stalkers here, but we'll lose a Stalker because of this. More units still coming across the map here for Cure. Looking to bring down the Hammer of Terran on this front porch, right in between the natural and the third base. Always a nice place to push. Two angles to go into means that the Protoss will have to have two angles with shield batteries there. Actually, make that three angles, why don't you? It's a very wise move here for Cure. Gonna once again take out that infrastructure, once again make it difficult for Nice to get the units that he would like to. Although he already has charge available this time around, so that is quite nice. Oh, the Storm manages to land on an alright cluster of the Marines. Still enough Zealots here to push forwards as well. The recall will come in to try and deal with the drop before hopefully anything important goes down. The Robo will still fall, but that should be the only structure though. Archons will not be able to intercept that medevac either. Alright, that was a worthwhile offensive, I would say, here by Cure. Has managed to secure a third. To be fair, Nice has been mining off his own third base for a while now, but overall, looking at the supplies, I'm quite happy, or I would be quite happy with the position that Cure is in right now. More probes falling, and that little pocket of bio, I mean, it's not that important anymore. Getting killed off in that situation, it's fine, it's fine. It's all for the greater good. Here we go. More probes, ready to be shot down. This might be a little bit too much Protoss still. Only a single siege tank ready to shoot, but oh no, oh no, oh no. Nice. Nice, why? But why? Oh man. 18 probes in total. Now, I mean, if he hadn't lost 18 probes, he would be in an okay position here, I would say. And could just continue onwards with the macro game. Now, though, with losing 18 probes and losing these 3 High Templar in the middle of the map as well. This is the worst case scenario, I would say, of what kind of stuff could have happened. Well, I suppose it's never the worst case scenario, but I mean, this is really bad. Really bloody darn bad. Oof. 40 plus supply advantage here for Cure. Nice, trying to make something happen here, trying to get himself across the map. Do something. Just anything. Does manage to pick up some units here, but in the main base, there is the real threat suddenly appearing. Alright, some storms landing on top of most of the bio here. Another storm landing pretty well. It's going to be able to hold on here also. Okay, trading out quite efficiently overall in the end bits there. But still, again, not in a position to do anything against Cure on the other side of the map. This is starting to get a little bit upsetting. Nice, losing more probes right now. 42 probes have died versus 3 SCVs. Alright. In he goes. EMPs are landing alright. Well, reasonably well. I don't think there's a lot of storm left. Maybe one more storm in this fella right here that is going to be available. Nope, never mind. That's it. That's a GG right there. I mean, Cure playing that absolutely beautifully. Very well done. Very, very well done. 2 and 3. This man with the 2 points on the board. Blue Protoss, Alpha Axis. Nice. The Taiwanese Terror. The top, not the top, the bottom right side, that's a Dragon Phoenix player. He's in the red. He's a Terran. He's Cure. Well, this is awkward. This is unfortunate. To be fair, it's very difficult to get a probe to kill this SCV. If not impossible. Alright, this is where the real battle is. Where's that probe? Where's that probe? No probes yet. Alright, well. It's just gonna build another building here, right? And then, I mean, you're gonna get up here, but... He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Yeah, alright, well, I mean, he can just float that barracks away, right? It's nothing too crazy. It will just kind of continue onwards. And a pause breaks. There we go. Sorry? What do you mean, sorry? No, sorry's here, Sanchez. Little pylon on the other side as well. Guess what? It will be a proxy Stargate. We've had people ask about that before. Has it already happened? Well, here we go. Here it's happening right now. Little Reaper Man is blazing a trail over here. Shield battery makes it difficult for him to do much in the main base, but I mean, I'm a bit surprised they didn't go for any probe kills. Might be anticipating a counter-offensive here. And there we go, does get the scout off. Shield battery also being placed down here, so could be quite a bit of trouble. That's the Void Ray. Might want to get another probe across the map here, or is he just planning to grab himself a Nexus? Alright. Wants to get the Nexus behind this. Just a very timid proxy Stargate rush with the with the shield batteries. Is trying to target down that Cyclone upgrade right here. See how well he can target down the Cyclone as it comes out of the factory right now. Doing an alright job with it. Has to be wary though, that lock-on is gonna hurt like a truck. So far, going alright with the Void Ray and the Phoenix. Taking a bit of hull damage now on the Void Ray. It's never a good thing, of course. Adept goes down. Cure on the money with his SCVs repairing though as well. Keeping his most important units alive. Actually, both of these players, right? Keeping their most important units alive so far. Yeah, nice, just kind of backing off. Is making that Nexus right now. Reaper came back, decided, you know what, I do like killing probes. You know what I was thinking of last time, but there we are. 2 probes, not bad at all. I mean, we have a 23 versus 27 worker deficit in favor for Cure right now. He doesn't have a second base though, so that is a big deal. Nice, it's gonna have a second base, so if this second base doesn't get harassed too much, doesn't get damaged too much, this could be a good opportunity for Nice to start taking a bit of momentum in this game number 6. Careful, a couple of phoenixes will be targeted onto, and one of them, yeah, one of them falls. Unfortunate occurrence, therefore nice. Those phoenix can be extremely useful, especially in these types of situations when you're fighting against cyclones. Being able to lift them up as they are locked onto something incredibly strong, of course. Right, Cure looking to try and break his opponents here at the side base entrance. Go a quick depowering of the gateway here. Forcing a response. The Phoenix. Oh no, not again. Oh, the Phoenix. They do seem to die a lot here from Nice today. Kind of haphazardly moving across the main Terran army. Alright, here we go. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I assume that we are going to have a hold, but it's going to be a lot of damage regardless. Those probes, actually the probes, they might just barely not be enough. 15 of them have fallen already. To be fair, Cure is still off of one base behind this, right? So keep that in mind. Cure, he is committing a lot into this, and he doesn't have much to fall back onto. Needs to do massive amounts of damage here. Oh, getting another Stalker. Trying to snowball this in his favor still. Has started up his own worker production as well again. No second base just quite yet, but will be looking forward to grabbing one. Force field there, just barely missing out. We'll be able to grab this other Cyclone, I believe, though. Still losing a sentry. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, that just tells a very clear, straight-up story, right? That in units lost tab. Production facility sort of nice now, actually, only being powered by one single pylon. I think Cure has identified this and is looking to move onto this location right now. This could be the final moment for Nice. I believe we have another offensive on the top side. Cyclone and a couple of Marines coming in there. 2 more gateways depowered. Those are the only 2 gateways he has. He has nothing else. The Stargate unpowered as well. Right, nice. This is all you're going to get for a while. 3 Stalkers. And that should be it, guys. That should be a GG right here, right now. Valiant effort by Nice, not wanting his opponent to gain the match point over here, of course, but I mean, that was just an abysmal spot. He could not really wiggle his way out of that one after getting in such a tough position overall. This is an actual best of 9, yeah. Not an all maps played situation. If we do all maps played, usually we go for like all 7 maps played, right? We don't wanna, you know, dry our players up too much. We want to get as many games as we can, but at the same time, we don't want to, you know, just force these guys to keep playing the entire day for us. Oh yeah, you're right. Wait a moment. Oh shoot, that was there still, wasn't it? Oh well. 7 matches. Yeah, I know. Shoot. Well, sure we can fix that. We can fix that in a quick edit on the YouTubes, I'm sure. I hope. Well, we'll see. It doesn't matter. It still was there, yeah. The previous time we had a all 7 matches played. I forgot about that. I did forget about that. We have another proxy Stargate, by the way. I've not mentioned it. I've not forgotten about that. But I haven't mentioned it either. So I guess that's a hard thing to prove for me. Best of 79. That's right. We're doing it all day. Here we go. Little Void Ray action. Zapping away at those SCVs. The Reaper on the other side, realizing that there's not a Nexus being built, and that is that's a troubling thing indeed. Seeing a couple of shield batteries over here as well, starting to poke their little orby heads in front of the base of Cure. Cure not too pleased about that one either, I would imagine. Void Ray's very strong against those bunkers. Watch out not to move into the line of sight of the missile turret just quite yet, while the bunker is shooting away as well. Trying to get the most out of that prismatic alignment over here. Starting to rotate for the SCVs. Marines stay put in their bunkers though, will not be tempted by those sirens of the air. Those Void Rays up in the sky. Let's get that one before it gets to safety. 3 shield batteries here, being a rather bothersome, bothersome bunch. Just zapping away at that shield battery. We'll be able to get one of them with the lock-on. Very smart play here. Whenever you do get a lock-on with a Cyclone in these situations, I recommend going for the shield batteries. For the shield batteries, they cannot run away. Oh, that could be okay. That's a pretty good Widow Mine right there. Doing quite a bit of hull damage on one of those Void Rays. It's a slow, tedious battle, but that is kind of the battle that we're having here with these Void Rays, of course. Well, hello. Well, hello. Tempest. I just went straight up into Tempest right now. He is, well, he's just going for it. May even want to grab himself a single Oracle as well in order to, you know, spot those Widow Mines. There's 3 of them right here, blocking out the movement of the Tempest. As an armory as well. That's very smart from Cure. Still just making more Widow Mines. It's also making a Banshee on the other side of the map here, with 2 Banshees already on the probe line. And a little bit of miss-sync on some of those shots, but still doing a heck of a amount of damage. Suddenly a Reaper here still as well. It's like, yeah, I've been here the entire game. Hello. This is rough. This is very rough for Nice. That might be a very strong way to just counter this, huh? If this was just Cure on his own base, without doing this, this would be really good for Nice, right? But, well, yeah, I guess I don't have to explain. Losing 14 workers against 2 Banshees, not the best. Not the best. Especially if you want to win. That is. So... yeah. Alright. That is... oh, God. That's unfortunate. I'm trying to... Like... I'm looking at this, and then at this, and it's just like... Alright, well, he's just not going to win this. He's just not going to win this here. He needed more money. He needed to actually be mining. And now this is probably worst case scenario here. Alright. So, how you guys been? Tempest still poking at the front. Starting to deal with some of these Widow Mines, right? Especially with the Oracle combination here, is going to be able to whittle away at his opponent, but With his opponent actually mining versus him not mining at all. I mean, it's only a matter of time for Kjør here to get the units that he needs to defend against this. He has, like we said, a strong enough setup here that he shouldn't be too worried about Nice running into him. Because if Nice tries to run into him, that's going to be the end for Nice, right? There's no way he's going to live without his shield batteries, without the kiting capabilities of those Tempest. So, yeah. Yeah. Raiding out efficiently, that is fair, that is fairly true. Oh, nice shot on that Cyclone. Okay, if Nice manages this, I mean, I'm gonna be thoroughly impressed. Still pushing. Finding that Stargate here in the middle of the map. It's going to be a while before Nice has enough money to build anything out of it, though. What do you send? What do you send? Like, it's going to just hit the base of Nice. He's going to have to make a decision to recall or not. I think he has to. But that would give up all these shield batteries here, right? And if he only recalls half of his army, like the Void Rays don't stand a chance against this amount of Marines. This is his final bastion. And the funniest thing as well is if, like, Kjør just decides to lift up his command center and just drops it here, right? Moves his SCVs into the medevacs, away from these shield batteries. That's it. That's GG. Nice will never be able to leave here. And he's not close enough to actually be a bother to Kjør. So, yeah, worst case scenario, Kjør lifts up and wins. Another worst case scenario, Nice tries to push in here and just loses because there's too many Marines with Stim and he moved too far away from his shield batteries. Yep, he's going for it. Look at that. Kjør, you absolute brilliant man. Not a nice end for Nice. I agree. This is a sad moment for our Taiwanese Brodels here. He's like, oh no, we figured it out. He done figured it out. Although, to be fair, the forces of Kjør not quite yet in position. Although they are moving in position to take out the shield batteries if this army does go to interfere with the mining here. Alright, what does Kjør go for? Shield batteries or saving the SCVs? I think you just go for the buildings, right? I think you just go for the buildings, yeah. You don't want to lose your command center, though. That's a no-no. Okay, yeah, that's it. GG. GG. There we are.